Good day. This is Russell Hawley at the Tate Geological Museum, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about cephalopods. Now, a cephalopod is an animal that has tentacles growing out of its face, and there are cephalopods still living in the world today. Can you name a cephalopod? Can you think of an animal that has tentacles growing out of its face? Okay, if you said squid or octopus, that's correct. If you said nautilus or cuttlefish, those are correct as well. Those are the modern cephalopods. If you said jellyfish, sorry, I'll give you partial credit, but jellyfish are not cephalopods. They do have tentacles, but a jellyfish doesn't really have a face. So today, the most abundant cephalopods are the squids and the octopus. The largest invertebrate in the world today is a cephalopod. It's this guy, the giant squid, Architeuthis. And this model is 40 times smaller than the real thing. A full-size giant squid is 17 meters long. That's about the length of a school bus. And they've got eyes the size of basketballs. Now, there are fossil cephalopods as well. Squid are rare in the fossil record, but another kind of cephalopod that's extinct now is very abundant, and that's these guys, ammonites. They would have had the head and tentacle arrangement that you see in modern squid and octopus, but they also had a coiled external shell. And although this rots away and leaves nothing after the ammonite died, the shell is very hard and it preserves very well, and there are places in the world where you can find thousands of these things withering out of hillsides and riverbanks. Another very abundant cephalopod in the fossil record are the Belemnites, who we met in an earlier episode. Much like a squid, but with a hard, bullet-shaped shell on the inside of the body. Now, in addition to these shell fossils, another piece of evidence for ancient cephalopods are what we call trace fossils. Not the fossil of the animal's body, but an imprint that shows what the animal was doing all those millions of years ago. And in the Maori Shale Formation, which dates from about 100 million years ago, the trace fossil called Astericnite has been found. This is a cast of Astericnite. The actual fossil is in this display case right here behind me. Astericnite means star-shaped imprint, because when you find these guys, they've got 8 imprints of arms radiating in all directions, and in well-preserved specimens you can even find the imprints of the little hooks that would have lined each arm in a double row. Now, when modern squid are getting ready to lay eggs, what they'll do is they'll feel the mud with their arms to see if it's a good place to lay eggs or not. And if they don't like that spot, they'll swim over and find another spot, and another, until they find a good place to lay their eggs. In the case of Astericnite, we sometimes find multiple imprints in a row, as if that picky ancient Cretaceous squid was looking for just the right place to lay its eggs. Belemnites are very rare in the Maori Shale Formation, so we think that Astericnite was most likely made by a true squid.